Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. In previous lecture, we read about this table 2.1. In that, we read some of the common diseases which are caused by microorganism. Now, after all this, now let's read a new topic, that is disease causing microorganism in animal. How microorganisms are harmful to animal also, and how they cause disease in animal. Here it's written several microorganisms not only cause disease in human and plants but also in other animal. So some of the microorganisms, they cause disease but not only for human being and plants, but they harm to animals also. For example, anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by bacterium. So such bacteria can cause a disease to human and animals, that is called as anthrax. For foot and mouth disease of cattle is caused by a virus, and some disease caused in the mouth and on foot of animal, it's because of the virus. Now next about disease causing microorganism in plants. So how microorganisms are harmful to human being and animals in same way they are harmful to plants also. So let's read about this. Several microorganisms cause disease in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple and other. So several type of microorganisms are like that. They cause disease on the crops also, and they are harmful for the cultivation of a crop. The disease reduce the yield of crop. So because of the microbial disease, they are harmful for the production of crop. See table 2.2 for more such plant disease. They can be controlled by the, so in table 2.2 on next page, some plant diseases are given and they can be controlled by the use of certain chemicals which kill the microbes. So in first chapter, we have read that some weedicides, some insecticides are used by farmers so that they can kill the microorganisms which are harmful to plants. So here in table 2.2, some common plant disease caused by microorganisms are given. So first disease is citrus canker, and this plant disease is caused by bacteria and it's transmit in air. So through air, this plant disease caused name as citrus canker. Second is rust of wheat. So this disease caused by fungi, and this fungi transmit on the plant through air and seeds. So some of the seeds are also like that. They have fungi from the earlier time and they are harmful for the growth of plant. Yellow vein mosaic of bhindi, another name of bhindi is okra, that means lady's finger. So this is also a leaf disease in lady's finger plant, and this disease caused by virus, and this virus transmit through insect. So when this insect have a virus, they when sit on the plant of this lady's finger or they eat, they destruct the plant of lady's finger, then this type of disease caused. Next is about food poisoning. So first we read how microorganisms are useful for human being. Then next we read how microorganisms are harmful to human being, then harmful to animals, then harmful to plants, and now next topic is about how they poison the food. So let's read more about food poisoning. Buju was invited by his friend to a party and he ate a variety of foodstuff. So in a party, so many variety of food are being made. So here Bujo, he went to his friend's party. He ate variety of food. After that, on reaching home, he started vomiting and had to be taken to a hospital. The doctor said that his condition could be due to food poisoning. So when he ate the food in a party, after reaching home, he started to vomit. And after all this, he had to be taken to hospital. And after taken to hospital, after the treatment, doctor said that this all condition happened because of food poisoning. So here this girl Paheli says, Paheli wonders how food can become a poison. That means she thinks that how food become a poison. For all this, answer is food poisoning could be due to consumption of food spoiled by microorganism. So food poisoning means the spoiled food that we have eaten, and this food gets spoiled because of microorganism, and that food when we have eaten, that is called food poisoning. Microorganisms that grow on our food sometimes produce toxic substance. So the microorganisms which get stick to our food, they grow inside the food, and they produce some toxic substance, some poisonous substance. This make the food poisonous, causing serious illness and even death. So after microorganism make the food poison, and after eating this poisonous food, some may get serious illness or some may even cause to death also. So it is very important that we preserve food to prevent it from being sold. So we should take care of food and store in such a place so that food do not get spoiled, and we should care for food. Now for all this here, food preservation is given: how to take care of food, how to store food, how to save food, and how to store food in a proper manner. So for this, let's read more. In chapter 1, we have learned about method used to preserve and store food grains. In chapter 1, the last stage of agriculture was storing of a cereals or grains that we have read. And if you can remember about that, how do we preserve cooked food at home? So we can preserve the grains in a granary or in other godowns also. But cooked food is at home. So how we can preserve that? How we can save that? You know that bread left unused under the moist condition is attacked by fungus. So if we use bread or if we eat bread, some leftover bread, if we keep it without covering, then because of the moist atmosphere, the fungus attack on that uncovered bread. Microorganisms spoil our food. Spoiled food emits bad smell and has a bad taste and color change. Is spoiling of a food a chemical reaction? So, this fungus or other microorganism, they spoil our food, then it is not eatable. And when the food gets when the food get poison, then it will bad smell, even then bad taste, and even its color will also change. And here one question is asked: the food gets spoiled, so by chemical reaction or by the other matter? Paheli bought some mangoes, but she could not eat them for few days. Later she found that they were spoiled and rotten. But she knew that the mango pickles her grandmother makes does not spoil for a long time. She is confused. So here Paheli wants to say that she bought some mangoes and for few days she didn't eat. And after a few days, without with no use, all the mangoes were rotten and spoiled. But her grandmother made pickle, and it remained fresh and good, and or it didn't spoil for the long time. So how this happened? For this she is confused. So So before going to next answer, let's see this picture. This picture is of lemon. On lemon you can see white or brown color spots. So this is a disease called citrus canker, and this disease is caused by bacteria. So this is a plant disease. The next disease is rust of wheat. So this is a wheat plant. On wheat plant, on leaves you can see this yellow colored darks or circles or the stain. It's because of fungi has spoiled this plant. So this disease is called as rust of wheat. Then next, it's also a plant disease, and it's a disease called yellow vein mosaic. So you can see how these veins turn into yellow color and other part are green color. So this happens in the lady's finger plant leaves. So it is called as yellow vein mosaic. It's a disease and it caused by virus. So I think you got some of the idea about plant disease, how it happens. Now let's read more. So there Paheli was confused by the spoil and got rotten of mangoes, and even the pickle which her grandmother made, it was not spoiled. So how this happened? For this let's read more. Let us study the common method of preserving food in our home. We have to save it from the attack of microorganism. So from the attacking of microorganism, we have to preserve the food, means save the food for long time. So how we can preserve? First method is about chemical method. Second is preservation by common salt. Third is preservation by sugar. Fourth is preservation by oil and vinegar. Fifth is by heat and cold treatment. And at last, storage and packing. So all these are the different methods to preserve the food which is cooked at home. So first is about chemical method. Salt and edible oil are common chemical generally used to check the growth of microorganism. So some of the food items in that we use salt and oil, cooking oil. So it is used to preserve the food from microorganism. Therefore they are called preservatives. So salt and cooking oil are called as preservatives. We add salt or acid preservative to pickle to prevent the attack of microbes. So in pickle also some chemicals are used, or salt and acid are used to preserve the pickle for long time, and it should, so microbes should not attack the pickles. Sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfite are common preservative. So these two chemicals are common preservative to preserve the cooked food. We can preserve the cooked food for a long time. These are also used in the jams and squashes to check their spoilage. So these are used in jams and squash also, so that microbes should not attack and should not make this food spoil, and we can use this for longer time. Next method is preservation by common salt. Common salt has been used to preserve meat and fish for ages. That means for more time, to preserve this meat and fish, common salt are being used. Meat and fish are covered with dry salt to check the growth of bacteria. Salting is also used to preserve amla, raw mangoes, tamarind, etc. So, to save this food like amla and raw mango and tamarind, sometimes we use salt so that it should not get attacked by bacteria, and this can be preserved for more time so that we can eat later on also. So common salt is also called a preservative for food. Next is about preservation by sugar. How sugar helps us to preserve the food. Jams, jellies, and squashes are preserved by sugar. Sugar reduces the moisture of content, which inhibits the growth of bacteria which spoil food. So some of the bacteria which spoil food are being reduced by the moisture of this sugar. So with the help and by this sugar, when it is added to food items, it stops growing the bacteria. And this sugar is mostly used in jams, jellies, and squashes. Then next is about preservation by oil and vinegar. Use of oil and vinegar prevents spoilage of pickles because bacteria cannot live in such an environment. So in the pickle in which oil and vinegar are used, maybe oil or maybe vinegar, if used in pickle, then bacteria can't grow. Vegetables, fruits, fish, and meat are often preserved by this method. So by this, by using this oil or vinegar, so some of the vegetables, fruits, fish, and meat are being saved. Next is heat and cold treatment. By heating and by sudden cooling down the food item, we can preserve it from bacteria or microbes. You must have observed your mother boiling milk before it is stored or used. So before storing the milk, you might have seen your mother boils the milk. So boiling kill many microorganisms. So by boiling the milk, it kills many of the microorganisms. Similarly, we keep our food in the refrigerator. Low temperature inhibits the growth of microbe. So after boiling the milk, we keep the milk in refrigerator in fridge so that the low temperature of fridge, it doesn't allow microbes to grow. So here this boy asks, why does the milk that comes in the packet not spoil? My mother told me that the milk is pasteurized. What is pasteurization? So here this boy says that his mother told him that the pasteurized milk doesn't spoil. So why it happens and what is the meaning of pasteurization? Pasteurized milk can be consumed without boiling as it is free from harmful microbes. So this pasteurized milk, that means boiled in a high temperature and by sudden it is cooled down. So this is pasteurized milk and it can be used without boiling and it is free from harmful microbes. Why? Because the milk is heated to above 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled and stored. By doing so, it prevents the growth of microbes. This process was discovered by the Louis Pasteur. It is called pasteurization. So the milk is heated, the milk is boiled by 70 degrees Celsius for 30 seconds and by sudden it is cooled down and stored. So by doing this, it prevents the microbes to grow and this process is being discovered by Louis Pasteur. So this process name is given as pasteurization. Another topics we shall read in next lecture.